What's going on, everyone? Bringing you a video today. This is going to be my week 3 video about college football as a whole in general. And I just wanted to basically talk about the things that happened in week 3, things that I noticed, big matchups, and things of that nature. And first off, I wanted to talk about the matchups that I saw that were of interest that I found interesting. Anyways, first one was the Michigan State Notre Dame game. You know, I thought that one was going to be real interesting. And to be honest with you, I watched the game for the most part. I'll be honest with you, Michigan State dominated the game. I know the end score will not dictate that, and you'll say, well, it was a real close game. And it did come down to the wire. However, for all intents and purposes, basically Michigan State dominated that game and then basically just took the rest of the game off and just held on. I'll be honest with you. I mean, it was, if I'm not mistaken, they had scored that touchdown on that long running play, and that was it. I mean, I figured the game was over. And then I remember the announcer saying, well, it's not over. You know, all they got to do is do this. And then little by little, it's like Michigan State just went into like a relaxed mode. They turned it off. Almost like, you know, when you take off your shoes and your socks and everything like that, once you come home and you know that you have to go back out and you just get comfortable and then you just feel like, man, I don't feel like doing it. And you just end up not going back out. That's what happened with Michigan State. I mean, it's like they just turned it off and then they couldn't get it back going again. And, you know, they just lost all their momentum, lost their aggressiveness. And Notre Dame slowly came back to the point where they were just down one score and had the ball too. But ended up, you know, punting it away and never got the ball back. So I really think that overall Michigan State did dominate the game. And, I mean, they got the win. It was a key win. You know, kept them where they need to be and knocked Notre Dame out of the rankings and pretty much out of the playoffs. So I thought that was a real key game to watch. A huge shocker was watching, well, I didn't watch the game, but just seeing Iowa lose to, what was it, North Dakota State? I mean, it was, you know, last second loss. I mean, I feel for them. You know, the only reason being is, you know, I just in the last week said how, you know, about how well the Big Ten was doing and how strong the conference was, and then they lose like that. So I kind of was a hit to the conference that they lost like that. Hopefully they bounce back and, you know, they're back in the top 25 soon. But, I mean, I thought that was just a huge loss, just a complete shocker. So, it just goes to show you that, you know, you have to give it your all any given week. You can't take a week off. You can't say, oh, well, this is an FCS team. Well, we'll just easily win. No. Because from what I remember, I mean, that's been the top FCS team for as long as I can remember, at least for the last few years. So, feel bad for them that they lost, but I mean, that was a huge shocker. Another game that was strange to me was, I mean, Ole Miss was up on Alabama big, and they just couldn't hold it. They just couldn't hold it together. I mean, when you got a team like that on the ropes, you got to go in for the kill. You got to put them away. And they just let them back into the game, and then next thing you know, Alabama was just steamrolling over them. And then I think at the end they made a late charge to make it close, but they just ran out of time. So it looks like Ole Miss, they're out of the race too, which is weird that they're still ranked in the top 25. I know that they lost to two ranked teams, including the number 1 team. So I guess that's why. But it's weird seeing a 1-2 team still ranked in the top 25. Another key game that I was paying attention to. Actually, it was two games on top of that. First one was Louisville smashing Florida State. I can't believe that. So, well, I mean, I can't say I can't believe it. I thought it was going to be a key matchup. I thought it was going to be key for Florida State because they've been shaky all year. So, this was a matchup to see, what they were worth, whether they're really, that number 2 ranking, or it was just there for show. And Louisville absolutely smashed the daylights out of them. So, I mean, that just lets you know where they are and where Louisville is. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for the rest of the year, if Louisville can keep this up, because they've been just putting up just huge numbers against every single team that they played. So I'm interested to see how they finish out the year. And then also, one of the games I was really keeping an eye out was Ohio State and Oklahoma. And, well, I'll be honest with you, I'm surprised at how well Ohio State has been playing this year. I thought that, I remember I'd said that I thought that they were overranked, but I'm going to take that back. I think they're exactly where they need to be. The turnaround for them, I thought this was going to be a rebuilding season for them, and I was wrong. They look like they're exactly where they were last year. So, going in and playing Oklahoma on the road and beating them soundly too, lets me know that Ohio State is for real. So, that game at the end of the year, Michigan and Ohio State, if everything plays out the way it might, that's going to be a phenomenal game. And, I don't want to look too far down the road, but the way things are going, like I said, I think Ohio State is, they're way ahead of the curve of where I thought they would be. So, it's good for the Big Ten. You don't want teams to be falling down and falling out of where they were. You want healthy competition between these teams. So I was surprised that Ohio State did that well on the road. So those are the key games that I did watch or did keep an eye out on. A few games of interest coming up this week. The main one that I'm going to be watching anyways, or keeping an eye out for, is going to be Michigan State, Wisconsin. And the main reason why is because I'm interested to see how well Wisconsin is going to do. It's strange. I was watching today where these analysts were analyzing and saying, giving the top 10 Big Ten rankings as of now, and one analyst actually had Wisconsin as the number 1 team in the Big Ten, which was, I was surprised when they said that. And it's strange that they're saying that. I guess they're saying it because of who they played, and I understand that. But the weird thing is nobody was thinking that Wisconsin was going to do this well. They didn't have them ranked in the top 25 or anything like that. So it's weird that they got people ranking them as the number 1 team in the Big Ten right now. And a couple of weeks ago, people weren't even counting them as being a top 25 team in the whole country. So that's just strange to me. So I'm interested to see how well they'll do against Michigan State. Still kind of don't know where Michigan State is as far as how good they really are. I know that they beat Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame, I don't know. They probably got ranked higher than they should have been. They lost to Texas, who actually just lost to Cal this past week, which is strange in itself. So it's interesting to see how good Cal is, because Cal was a team that first had beat Hawaii by 20, and then Michigan beat them by 60. But then they lost to San Diego State, but San Diego State is actually ranked in the top 25, and now they just beat a top 25 team in Texas. So Cal might be decent. So I don't know. It's all interesting to see how things fit together and they play out over a course of a year. So I'm interested to see how well that game goes. So I'm going to be making a video probably, I would say either Thursday or Friday, probably for Friday, which will be my week 4 predictions for this week's game, Michigan versus Penn State. So anyways, I will talk to you later, and thank you for watching. If you like the video, please feel free to like the video, share it with people that you know, spread the word, help them, and just if you like the video, if you don't like the video, whatever the case may be, please leave a comment. I love any engagement that you may have. Just let me know how you feel if you want to comment on the video. And if you like my content and you like to listen and watch my videos, just make sure you subscribe to my channel and help my channel to grow. Well, thank you very much for watching, and you have yourself a great day.